ActiveCampaign web page URL visit. You can use this to trigger an automation or split an automation. The assumption is you've already installed tracking code and whitelisted the domain or domains that this code is on. It doesn't have to be just your domain. If you have a shopping cart that you can embed the code in, you can do that. Now, like I said, there's two different ways you can use this, either as a trigger or as a split within an automation. In my opinion, the trigger is a little more powerful, mainly because of the wildcard capabilities. And I'll show you that in an example. The split can match on things exactly or contains, but doesn't give you a lot of flexibility in the contains portion. So let's go run through some scenarios here. We're going to check when somebody visits a specific URL, if we set up a rule either as a trigger or as an action, what happens? And there's a few little gotchas along the way. So let's dive right in. So the first scenario I'm going to cover is the situation where somebody visits a particular page and we're going to check if it has a certain word in it. So here's the URL that we want to visit. It's password-send. And I'm going to say, does it contain password? And this is an action within an automation. So let's go take a look at this person here, which is me. And I'm going to add them to an automation. And if I go down far enough, you can see that I've actually visited this page a number of times. So I should trigger this. I just entered that, and I should be in a wait state. The only reason I put these waits in there is simply so we can see what happens. So now it's going to check, did I visit this URL that has the word password in it? I'm going to skip this step so I can push myself through and see where I end up. So yes, I did. I did complete this, so I'm just going to finish this automation. Yes. Now, if I do the wildcard version with star, password, star, let's see if that works. Again, here, this time I'm looking for a kind of a wildcard version of password. So if I skip this step, where do I go? So that does not work for actions. Now, let's try an exact match. Okay, so did I exactly match this URL? Yes, I did. Now, next one's ever so slightly different. I'm going to put myself through this URL right here, but I still want to have and I want to change the rule so it does not have the trailing slash. So first thing is, let's simply visit this page. Now watch what happens in WordPress for me. It automatically ends that, it adds that trailing slash. Let's find out if that matters. And if you look closely, it says I visited this page with the trailing slash. So no, I did not meet it because there was a trailing slash. So keep in mind, the only reason this is no is because WordPress forwards it to the URL that has a trailing slash at the end. Now, let's make a slight change and just use the word contains. So instead of exact URL, we're going to have contains. And as expected, this time it did go through that path. Now, we already know what's going to happen here. We're going to send them to this page, but we're going to try and match on exact page with a /, this should be a yes. So I guess the reason I bring this up, so if you put something like this in your email without the trailing slash, and if you have WordPress or whatever adds a trailing slash, keep in mind what the final destination is. And this one does go down the yes path. Now, what happens if you have a query string? So I'm going to send the person to this URL and check for the word bar. Now, simply by looking over here, we should be able to tell if that criteria is going to be met. So I did go to foo equals bar. So I did meet that criteria as expected. So now we're going to make some modifications and test out basically the same things with this as a trigger to see if we get any different results. So let's go change the automation. Now, a little bit different. We can't just say any domain. We actually have to be very specific on the domain we want. And I want to use the word password as a wildcard. And we're going to end up running this multiple times because I just want to see if somebody gets into the automation or not. And I don't really need anything below here. So let's go visit this page and see if I get added to this automation. And let me check. So I visited this page and I met the criteria of the automation, so I was put in there. And actually I did this one instead. So this is a yes. This absolutely should be a yes. I actually did this one here. Let's now go test this one. So I'm going to go visit this page again. We're going to see if I get put into the automation. But I didn't get put into the automation. Now, I would have been put into the automation if my rule was something like this. That would have been a yes for the trigger. So now let's try this. So I did meet that rule and was put into the automation. Now I'm going to leave the rule the same but visit this one without the trailing slash. I'm pretty sure the answer is going to be yes, so let's test it out. So here it is without the trailing slash, and we know that it adds a slash. And there, I was put back into it automatically. Now, I can't do contains per se with the trigger. To do contains, I have to use the wildcard character. So I'm going to put a little star at the end, save that. I'm going to visit this page. Let's see if I triggered a page visit and the automation. I did. Now we're going to visit the URL without the slash, and we want the rule to have the slash. So I'm just going to replace that with this. I'm going to visit the page. And yes, that rule was met. Then finally, does it contain bar? So the way to implement that is so yes, I did enter that automation. So some slight differences between URL web visits using triggers or actions, and partly on how your web server handles URLs. So for instance, with our WordPress, if there's no trailing slash, it gets added, and that definitely impacts the triggers or actions that you can use. That's how you handle ActiveCampaign web page URL visits.